to see what people would like after this. Because it was in between Stardew and excuse me, Stardew and the rest of the P5X for the P3 collab. I was kind of tempted to do a poll. So as you can see, I have not done dailies. I forgot to do the dailies before this. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill before I stream. So I kind of chill with some Final Fantasy 9. But yeah, we're gonna be taking care of For the Abyss alone. So let us dive right into that. I feel like that was shorter than the introduction was shorter than the other bit or the other event introductory thing. But yeah. So I shall go ahead and get this started. Oh, I'm gonna have to read everything, do I? Okay. Here we go. A profound silence hangs over Clement's workshop until the stillness is shattered by the sound of uncontrollable sobbing. Just a little longer. Please, hold on just a little longer. I just can't imagine my child still wrapped in the darkness. Clement. Why wouldn't listening to me? Open the door again. Open up now. Please, Clement, enough. You've already done everything you possibly could. Everything? What do you mean? What exactly have I done? Stood by helplessly while watching my husband die? Somehow lost my son in a blink of an eye without even lifting a finger? That's the point. I've done absolutely nothing. So tell me, what the hell do you mean I've done everything I can? Please, you must calm down. Can't you see the staff? The central core is destroyed. You know what that means. It's... See? It's completely ruined. The staff was too old to withstand the magical force and exploded. It can't even be repaired anymore. Sorry. That was me. What if it could be repaired? I'm telling you, it's impossible. No, it's not. We just need to find a material that's suitable enough to replace the staff's core. Well, in that case, maybe. But what kind of material could the core be replaced with? That... I don't know.
Huh?
What? That is practically the same as not being able to fix it at all. I know that. I do. But I can't think of any other way. Are you really intent on finding your son? I thought you were doing this I thought you were doing better for a while. Why are you suddenly doing this to yourself? Why? Does it unnerve you? That a woman who used to be wordlessly carved sculptures in isolation at home would suddenly set out to find her missing son? I'm sorry, but this isn't something that happened overnight. It constantly lingers in the back of my mind. Just something I forced myself to suppress and live with. But after losing a friend, I've realized something. Nothing makes you feel more wretched than losing someone precious right before your very eyes. At the very least, if I had tried something, anything, maybe I wouldn't have regretted it this much, even if it still happened. Please don't think like that. You did everything you could, Clemeth. We all know that. I don't expect you to understand my grief, but at least acknowledge this much. There are people in this world who are not only plagued by this kind of sorrow, but act upon it as well. Alright, I get it. In that case, I'll help too. Help me? But I didn't ask you to do that, did I? No, you didn't. But this will be a difficult task to go it alone. Wouldn't it be better if we searched together? It's fine. I don't want to impulsively drag my colleagues into an expedition as reckless as this. This journey's bound to be anything but easy. Clemeth, aren't you forgetting something? What? You're not dragging anyone into anything. I reject that phrasing wholeheartedly, in fact. Don't you remember that the more arduous journey ahead, the more excited we get? I have no doubt there are plenty of other alchemists and adventurers who'd be thrilled to lend you their help, Clemeth. Just hang tight and I'll go gather some people. Clemeth's fellow alchemist dashes excitedly out of her workshop. When he returns, he's accompanied by at least 10 other alchemists and adventurers, each of whom volunteered to help her of their own accord. After hearing Clemeth's plan to repair her staff, they all take turns sharing information that might helpfully prove useful to her. You're saying that there really are that many ancient tomes written in archaic incantations in that place? Yes. And furthermore, the library is said to be run by an elf who has been chronicling the history of Gaia in its entirety. Not only is this elf is a historian, she's also an avid scholar of the magical arts. There's plenty of reason to believe any information she has is trustworthy. Oh, thank you, Popper! My true, anniversary day is tomorrow, but I guess I just want to say, hey, you know what? We're gonna bring it inside, we're gonna be bringing it to the, a day early. No, I've heard of her too. This elf who's taken it upon herself to record the history of the world. I didn't know they were in a library, though. Thank you, everyone. Well then, Clement, shall we start getting ready to depart? As I mentioned earlier, if you head to Noho's library, the rest of us will split up and visit various other libraries and archives to sift through clues. Alright, I'm counting on all of you. If we keep combing through these ancient texts, surely it will only be a matter of time before we uncover at least one clue about the staff. Thank you for the 5 stream I can't English apparently. 5 stream straight. I appreciate it. Plymouth heads towards Noho's library. I'll pop it in the poll whenever we get to the midpoint. Pardon me, where can I find the section where ancient tomes are kept? It's at the end of the left corridor, but if I may ask, is there something specific you're looking for? There's a place of non-existence, a forbidden land that exists nowhere on any map. And I'm looking for records concerning a staff, one capable of guiding a traveler to that land. A land that exists nowhere on any map? Do you have no such records? Let me think for a moment. A land that doesn't exist on any map. Do you mean that place? That unknown region that countless mages and explorers have tried to discover to no avail? You truly do live up to your reputation as a historian. Do you know anything about a staff that opens the gateway to that place? You don't intend to actually go there, do you? I do. So even the smallest clue, anything at all, would be of great help. Do you have any books on that subject? In the ancient tomes section, follow me. How was the rest of your stream go? I kind of dipped out after a while, sorry. Noho leads Clemeth into the ancient tome section. She scans rows upon rows of dust-covered books until she reaches up and selects a single tome from a shelf up high, then opens it to a page depicting a drawing of a staff. See this? The author of this book refers to that unknown place you mentioned as the Abyss. And according to them, the key to opening the Abyss is the Staff of Providence. The Staff of Providence? It looks quite similar to the staff I used to carry. But according to this book, it seems no one has ever actually used this staff to explore the Abyss. That's right. It appears the author only have succeeded in opening the entrance to the Abyss. It's a play that even with this staff, the Abyss isn't a place that can be ventured into by just anyone. That shouldn't be an issue for me then. I've already been to the Abyss once before. You've been to the Abyss before? Really? But as far as I know, that no one who's gone to the Abyss has returned. You look unconvinced, but it's true that I've been there. But if you've already been to the Abyss, don't you already know how to get there? Why are you looking for a way to open a path into the Abyss? The staff I use for exploring the Abyss is broken and needs to be repaired. Without it, I can't open the Abyss. In that case, I'll need to find a way to repair the staff. Fortunately, the method of repairing the staff is also described here. To fix it, it says a key material is required to serve as a staff's core. What kind of material? Let's see. Huh? That's strange. It doesn't say what the material actually is. Then how on earth was the author able to make a staff in the first place? It says that the core material required to repair the staff can only be obtained by someone who proves themselves worthy enough to do so. And the clue to proving worthiness lies on Cornerstone Isle. Cornerstone... Oh my god, I can't read. Cornerstone Isle. I've heard of it. It's an island situated between Terra Kingdom and the Blazing Desert, but the surrounding currents are so treacherous that it remains uninhabited. Those menacing tides are exactly the problem. How exactly is anyone supposed to break through them? That's the hardest part. However, there is currently one route that offers safe passage to Cornerstone Island. Cornerstone Isle. Ugh, I always want to say island. The route passes through the Terra Kingdom port. Any ship that sets sail from anywhere else is basically guaranteed to get wrecked before even reaching the island. But apparently there are certain specialized vessels set apart from the Kingdom of Terra that can make the journey safely. I never knew the Kingdom of Terra possessed such ships. I appreciate your help. Thanks to you, I feel like the fog has finally lifted from my mind. Are you going to head to Terra Kingdom now? Yes. I must repair my staff as soon as possible. Only then will I be able to set out in search of my lost son. Would you permit me to borrow this book? It will be of great help to me while I search for the materials I need. Of course. If you register as a library member, I'd be happy to lend it to you. After borrowing the book from Noho's library, Clement steps back into the outside world. Only now her eyes are no longer clouded with grief, but illuminated with a newfound stunning confidence. My days of wasting away in hiding and wallowing in guilt are over. Just wait. That hellish abyss that swallowed my son. I'm going to tear it open with my bare hands. I gotta see, what she is. In terms of unit. Hey, Cal! Holy shit! I was expecting a freaking raid. Yes. So, hey guys, I'm Red Shadow, and thank you! I'm Red Shadow, and I play a variety of RPG horror, indie, you know, just variety. So yeah, welcome. Really wasn't that scared me. I don't know why, but yeah, for now we're doing some Seven Nights Rebirth, finishing up do the thank you Tubbs. We're gonna be doing the first part of Seven Nights Rebirth's events, and then we're gonna be taking care of figure out which game to do after this one, either between P5X or maybe start on Stardew Valley. Upon arriving alone in Terra Kingdom, Clement scours the docks in search of a ship bound for Cornerstone Isle, but the sailors she speaks to are entirely unlike the gentle, welcoming breeze wafting through the harbor docks. Cornerstone Isle, you say? Yes, I heard it can only be reached from the harbor here in Terra Kingdom. The currents there are so deadly that no ship can even drop anchor unless they're specialized vessels. Oh my god, I can't read. Specialized vessels with express authorization for the crown. Do you even know how many foolhardy souls have met their end trying to enter without permission? Money is no object. I'll pay whatever price you name, so please help me. Huh. And what good will a fat payout do me in a watery grave? Forget it, lady. The answer is no. Besides, I don't even own a specialized ship to begin with. But thank you for the raid, Cal. And if people haven't followed Cal already, go ahead, do so. They're pretty chill. Pretty cool person that I actually met through TikTok of all things. Then what about the other captains? Does anyone among us even own a special vessel? I doubt it. Please, I beg of you. I absolutely must reach that island. You can lean in all you want, but it won't change the fact that there's nothing I can do for you. Are you absolutely sure there's no one here who owns a specialized ship? Well, there used to be, but... now that I'm thinking about it, there is someone who comes to mind. Yes. If anyone has such a ship, they would be the one. And who is this person? In a shadowy alleyway by the docks, a person perpetually out of reach from the sunlight. Someone quietly listens to Clement converse with the captains with marked interest. Cornerstone Isle, eh? Could there really be something worth finding on that island? Orca recalls his conversation with Cesar from just the previous morning. I need a specialized ship. There's a place nearby I need to get to. What do I look like to you? Someone who can magically produce whatever you need at the drop of a hat? You said yourself that the scales of pleasure have a chokehold on maritime trade in the Terra Kingdom. Did I mishear that, or were you just blowing smoke? As a leader of such a guild, of course you need a specialized vessel. One authorized by the kingdom, no less. I need it by the end of the day, if possible. I take it that you found a clue regarding that object. What object? The only destination from here that requires a specialized ship is Cornerstone Isle. No one lives there, and certainly no one attempts to go there alone, or to go there on a whim. So what other reason would you have to go to that place unless it's for that item? That's an interesting theory, but I have no obligation to answer your questions. What? I helped you once before. No one wanted you to return the favor by providing me with your specialized vessel. Don't worry, I'll bring the ship back before the sun sets. It truly irks me how close he keeps his cards to his chest. If only I hadn't needed his help with that smuggling operation. Thinking of the previous day's events, Orca twists his face into a scowl. But only for a moment. Just as quickly, Orca masks his expression and approaches Clement. Somehow, he knows he knows in his gut that she is in pursuit of the same goal as Cesar. You seem to be having a rather interesting conversation. How long have you been standing there? If you'll pardon the intrusion, I couldn't help but overhear you're discussing specialized vessels. Would you mind filling me in on the details? Oh dear, it wasn't really that detailed of a conversation. Oh, look at the time. I need to get ready for this afternoon's departure. Toodles! Same here. I have ship inspections to get to, so I'll best be leaving. How odd. They were all perfectly happy to relax and chat with me just a moment ago. Well then, care to tell me what you were all discussing? Are you asking me? Is there anyone else here? I need a specialized vessel to take me to Cornerstone Isle. And there's an ad break in 5 minutes. Is that so? You're in luck, because I might be able to help you. I happen to know someone who owns such a ship. You do? Would you be willing to introduce me to them? Before I do that, I think I need to know why you're trying to get to Cornerstone Isle first. So, why are you trying to go there? None of your business! Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so since we hit that midway point, I'm gonna go ahead and do the poll. This is gonna be a bit. Give me a sec. So we can either go back to P5X to finish up, or try to finish up the collab event, minus Tartarus, because Tartarus is fucking long. Or we can start on Stardew, unless someone would want to do anything, just, you know. I can't spell. And then I'll put that as under other. Put that as 10. There we go. So that's basically what we have. Orko flashes a warm smile at Clemeth, but Clemeth finds herself strangely unsettled. After a moment of hesitation, she finally speaks. I'm trying to get back to the land that does not exist on any map. To the Abyss. The Abyss? Such a place exists in Asgard? No, not in Asgard, or anywhere else, really. It's not that sort of place anyone can just go to. Don't tell me. Do you mean that place that exists only in rumors? That the antithesis of the world? Is that what it's called, the Abyss? I believe so. But as far as I've heard, no one has ever returned from there. That was true, until I did. You've actually been there? But I can't get there anymore. The staff that opens the entrance to the Abyss is broken, and the sooner I find the key material needed to repair it, the better. So, as long as you find this material, the repair itself won't be a problem? I was the one who originally crafted a staff capable of exploring the Abyss in the first place, so yes, probably. My old staff was crude though, so it broke quite easily. But if I can repair it with the proper materials, I doubt there will be any issues. Oh? And how did you learn how to craft this staff in the first place? At first, I came across some information circulating among other adventurers regarding a mysterious staff, but I only obtained the precise details relatively recently. I crafted the first staff more or less by instinct, but this time I'm going to remake it exactly according to the precise specifications. You mean you can craft things solely based on some informative details you happen to come across? An ad break starts in a minute. To an extent, sure. It's not just me either. Most of the alchemists who follow me are the same way. Fascinating. What's your name? Clemeth. Clemeth? Your Clemeth? Is there a problem? I once heard that someone had gone to the abyss and back, but chalked it up to an old rumor among explorers. Never in my dreams did I think that person might be real. Very well, Clemeth. I will lend you a ship. Passage permitted included, of course. Really? Though I guess I shouldn't be surprised, as the leader of the Scales of Pleasure, I imagine there isn't much that I can procure. You knew who I was? How could I not? You're Orca, the guild leader of the Scales of Pleasure. As you can tell by his attire. There probably isn't a soul in this region who doesn't know you. And I also know that you're a man of practical interest. Quid pro quo, as it were. Huh. It's been a while since I've spoken to someone I can see eye to eye with. So, what is it that you want from me? Your abilities. And there's the ad break. But yeah, this is like kind of gonna be like a short thing. I feel like it's more or less shorter than the last event, but you know. Speaking of announcements though, I've heard rumors, or not rumors, it's actually gonna be official, that they're actually doing like a new season of Code like a sequel. I was like, holy shit. I grew back whenever I was in high school. That's basically when I got into Kyoko, and this was like forever ago. And I was like, of course they did have Evolution, but at the same time, you know, the live action one, but I couldn't really, you know, get into it. So here's some wondering of how good it's gonna be. And if, you know, if they're gonna have the same voice actors or anything like that. But it's crazy. Okay, we're gonna be back. Yep, we're back. Specifically, your ability to create anything you put your mind to. I suspect you may be able to create the one thing that even I, a man who wants for nothing, do not have. Just to be clear, I can't create living beings like humans or animals. Not to worry, what I want is an object that encapsulates the height of cutting-edge technology. That still doesn't help me understand what it is you're after, but it does sound easy. You don't think you can do it? No, I didn't say that. As long as you grant me passage on your ship, I'll uphold my end of the deal. Thank you, Marlo. I appreciate it. How was the trip? How was your vacay? An excellent choice. I'll have a vessel prepared to take you to Cornerstone Isle immediately. Moments later, a massive specialized ship docks at the Terra Kingdom harbor. As soon as Clemeth, along with Captain Orca, had bribed, step aboard, the ship immediately set sail. Oh my gosh, I can't read. I can't read. That's good, I'm glad. You deserve the vacation. After sailing the open seas for some time, the ship finally comes to a halt just before Cornerstone Isle, close enough that the scent of lush greenery hangs thick in the salty air. Another special vessel is already anchored in front of the island. That's strange. I thought the island was supposed to be uninhabited.
Hello there.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Marlo. I need to give you a shout out. I need to do like a little I need to do like an auto shadow for you. And I'm gonna give you a shout out right now. Because I don't think any of my bots are here. There you go. Who could that be? Clemens disembarks alone and follows the direction pointed by her old compass. Soon, she finds herself standing before the entrance of a yawning cave. And right in front of the cave is Cesar, struggling to force the cave door open. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Grrr. What? No, you're sweet. Yeah. I thrown all my weight onto it, and it still won't budge. And if I use magic to force it open, the entire cave might get blown to smithereens. This is quite the dilemma. Is that Cesar, the Dark Citadel? What an intimidating presence. I can hardly believe he's human, just like me. Clement approaches the cave with caution, and the ancient glyphs carved into the entrance come into her view. Sensing her presence, Cesar whips around and locks eyes with her. The hell are you? I'm Clement, and you must be Cesar, the leader of the Dark Citadel Guild. I'm not interested in introductions. What I want to know is how you managed to get here. Orca loaned me a ship. Are you here looking for clues about the Staff of Providence as well? The Staff of what now? I don't know anything about that. You don't? Then why did you come here? Because there's something I wanted to find. Maybe you're searching for the same thing I am? And the poll is about to end soon. I don't have to answer to you about anything. If you're hoping to gain something here, turn back. No human of ordinary strength could ever hope to open this cave. Well, I'm not so sure you could force the cave open, no matter how much brute force is applied. What do you mean? Step aside for a moment. Looking deeply skeptical, Cesar steps aside. Clement stares intently at the ancient script and... Okay, we can start New Valley after this then. Or whenever I get first half done. Oh crap, I didn't mean to tab out, sorry. Clement stares intently at the ancient script, inscribed above the cave entrance, and begins to murmur under her breath. From the north descends a light that splits the skies, and in the south burns a flame that never dies. Only the blue tear that falls between them is the key to the pond's depths. Unfathomable it lies. Did he just decipher those glyphs? And that's right. And according to what it says, there's no need to try and open the cave. Then what? We just need to go to the place indicated by the script. Wherever that is, that's where we'll find this blue tear. I always wanted to say blue star, but I keep on remembering this is not freaking Lunar. How baffling. A place of fire and light? How do you even know that the north and south mentioned here are real actual places? I think the light that splits the skies is a metaphor for lightning. And the flame that never dies is, well, fire. And if those two regions indeed point to the north and the south, then out of all the terrain I'm familiar with, there's only one place that fits. The canyons of Podina and the blazing desert, and the long cave that's situated between them. That's the most likely place that the ancient script is referring to. That's a pretty sophisticated interpretation. As for the blue tear, my guess is that it's some kind of mineral or gemstone found within that cave. And that might be the material for the key that opens the abyss. The abyss? You mean the antithesis of the world? As in the other side? That's what Orca called it too. But yes, it's probable that the abyss is a place you're referring to. You speak as if you've been there before. That surely couldn't have been an easy feat. Why are you trying to go back? There's something there that's more precious to me than my own life. I can't afford to lose any more time. I need to get back to the Abyss as soon as possible and find what I'm looking for. Klamath moves to leave, and Cesar suddenly reaches out to stop her. I have a proposition for you. A proposition? You possess the ability to open a path to the Abyss, and I possess the ability to rip apart and crush anything that might stand in the way. I want to help you make your staff. In return, when you finally reach the ends of the Abyss, you'll hand over what I desire from there. This man is from the Dark Citadel, an organization of the most formidable figures that the Terra Kingdom has to offer. Enlisting his support certainly makes for a tempting offer, but... And what exactly is the thing that you desire? I can't reveal that just yet. If he accepts my proposal, I'll tell you then. That's simply absurd. You must take me for a fool. You want me to blindly accept your offer without even knowing what it is you're after? Cesar struggles to find the words, as if trying to hide something. He casts a furtive glance at their surroundings, then finally speaks in a low voice. Do you know what object lies in the Abyss? You tell me. Is there something of value down there? So you don't know. But I understand that you intend to ask me to retrieve it for you. That is correct. I desire that object. However, I cannot tell you what it is. I just can't. Not yet. But I will reveal what it is once you open the Abyss's gates. An object within the Abyss. Interesting. I suppose I take you up on your offer. What happens if I can't find this object you're looking for? In that case, you can take me there yourself. You want me to take you there? My, what kind of grave discussion am I walking into? Why so serious? Goodness gracious. While Klamath and Cesar are deeply engrossed in conversation, Orca appears seemingly out of nowhere, wearing a sly grin. Look at all those emotes! I need to see about the emote wall. Eventually. Just not right now. I forgot I had Firefox open. Oops. It looks like an important deal is being brokered without me. Orca, did you follow me all the way here? I was curious to see if you'd actually honor the promise you made me. By the looks of it, you seem to have acquired the information you wanted. So, tell me this. Why are you talking in terms on another deal with someone else? I was the one who proposed it. You did? That's unexpected. In exchange for helping her make her staff, Klamath is going to retrieve something I want, and she's going to give it to me. Wait a second. I haven't agreed to anything yet. You, Cesar, are going to help her make her staff? No, that's amusing. I didn't take you for the handy type. How exactly will you do that? Let me guess. You're going to stand on the sidelines and be your own personal cheerleader. While Klamath is off remaking her staff, I'm going to employ my brute strength and power to blast away anyone who tries to interfere. And that includes you, Orca. Oh, lighten up. I have no interest in interfering with Klamath's plans whatsoever. In fact, I'm just as invested in her successfully making that staff as she is. Klamath, you said you wanted to remake that staff, didn't you? That's right. Consider this carefully. Who would be of actual practical help to you in accomplishing that goal? Me, who controls every single trade route in Asgard? Or him? A man who has nothing to offer but brute force in his fists. If your mind is as brilliant as they say, then the answer should be obvious. My ships, my resources, my manpower, I can procure absolutely anything you need or want. Nothing is impossible. But on one condition, you form an alliance with me and not him. Orca, what the hell do you think you're doing? Is it just me, or is that furrow between your brows much deeper than usual? Feeling a little irritated, perhaps? I make Clemeth an offer first. That's where you're wrong. Before you ever met her, I was the one who approached her first, with the proposal that she fulfill my request in exchange for providing her with a ship. Isn't that right, Clemeth? Well, yes. What? You? You should see the look on your face. I wonder what kind of myriad emotions you must be feeling to make a face like that. Orca, stop with your useless provocations, otherwise I'll... Whoa. No need to get so heated. Can't we just let cooler heads prevail? Or have you forgotten that unauthorized armed conflict between guilds is strictly forbidden? You bastard! That's enough, both of you. Clemeth? I'll accept both of your offers. What? You each have something you want from me, but your objectives are different. As long as I'm getting what I wanted out of this, there's no reason why I can't make a deal with both of you. Cesar will guard my path, and Orca will provide me with the resources and footing I need to do what needs to be done. True enough, my objective is totally different from the snakes. I'm all in favor. What an audacious proposition. As the sole person to ever come back from the abyss alive, it's obvious that you have the guts to match. But Clemeth, do you know what it is that Cesar actually wants? I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Then why take his bait? I know at least as much. Cesar is searching for a certain object located within the abyss. Whatever it is, if I fail to find it, I'm going to search for it alongside him. You'll search for it together? Your confidence is impressive. If it means saving my son, I don't care who I have to make a deal with, or what dangers I have to face. Your son? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to let that slip. Your son? Is he in there? That's right. I lost my son in the abyss. That's why I've been so pressed to move quickly. Now then, the deal is settled. Time to get moving. We need to find the blue tear. Clemeth eyes Orca coldly for a moment before turning away. She is unable to shake off the sense of unease triggered by the pair's sudden oh my gosh, what the fuck? I didn't read it. Sudden proposals, but reassures herself that, for the sake of finding her son, the choice she made was unavoidable. Afterward, the three of them aboard a ship arranged by Orca and set out to find a cave situated somewhere between the canyons of Fadina and the blazing desert. Finally, after several days of travel, Drayle happened upon a village nestled in the cave's vicinity. Wait a minute, is this the same village that was in oh my gosh. What was the one that did? It was with Khan and Amok. A village hidden away in a place like this? Who knew? I can't believe I hadn't heard of this until now. Is there a problem? In order to reach a cave, we have to pass through this village. So we pass through it. Seems easy enough for me, or to me. I'm afraid it's not that simple. This is an ancient primordial village, one that outsiders are forbidden from entering freely, lest they suffer the consequences. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm not surprised. This village has completely isolated themselves from the outside world. I've heard there were a few villages in Asgard that have cut themselves off from outside trade. This must be one of them. Even back when I was actively exploring the continent, this village remained enshrouded in mystery. Lord Orca! Lord Orca! Suddenly, one of Orca's sailors scrambles down to the side of the ship and comes running over, desperately calling Orca's name. After rushing over as fast as his legs could carry him, the sailor whispers urgently into Orca's ear. Orca turns his gaze on Clemeth and Cesar, the look in his eyes now cold and icy. My apologies, but something has come up that requires my immediate attention. I trust that it won't be an issue for me to rejoin you once the matter's been addressed. It makes no difference to me. Do as you wish. Go ahead. With any luck, I'll have secured the blue tier by the time you return. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I'll take my leave then. After Orcus' departure, Clemens and Cesar draw closer to the mouth of the primordial village. The entrance, flanked on both sides by strange totems, is eerily silent. It's quiet. Too quiet. What is this? There's no sign of anyone here. Can we not just pass through the village before anyone's the wiser? But there's no way the people have actually left the village, though. Karuta Asgara. Who goes there, outsider? Do not cross that boundary. Oh, this is a different village then. Okay. I thought it was the one that was, that had a mug. But I guess not. But yeah, that was the first half of this event. Next event will be in, maybe it looks like 2 days, so maybe around Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah. So we do have Plymouth as a unit. She's a healer. Huh. Is she? Finance. Oh, this is cool. She's a buff person. Okay. Oh, there's one magic attack. Interesting. Most interesting. I wish I had a lot of gems though, but I don't. And the other person is Dellins, but I already have Dellins, so I'm not gonna be worrying about him.